Hey, what's up everybody? It's your good friend Airsoft Man 819 here again with yet another video. Gonna be showing you guys my current PC setup, at least my desk. I have two PC setups here. One is hooked up to the television and the other is like my desk, like workstation area. So this is what we're gonna be focusing on. I'm still setting up this room, so I'm not gonna show the entire room. We're not in the basement right now because we had to have some major construction down there. So a lot of the walls and stuff are tore down. I might make a separate video on that if you guys are interested in seeing it. But this video is going to be mostly focused on my current computer desk setup here, which is sort of vintage. Everything on this desk is pretty vintage. The only new thing on this desk is the keyboard, I think. Actually, yes, it is. It's the only thing new on this desk is the keyboard, so... So, no, the desk is actually new too. This was a birthday gift from my girlfriend. It has a really nice burnt wood finish. It's a two-tier, so it's got this lower tier here towards the front, and towards the back it's got this higher tier for your speakers and your monitor. It's got a pedestal on the right side for a PC, a pretty decent sized one. The PC that I'm running right now is the 819 machine, which is... the first PC I ever bought and did a review on this channel, and I did that 7 years ago, guys. That's crazy. And this thing is still kicking. It's basically no longer stock at all. There's only 3 original parts left, and that is the motherboard, the DVD drive, and the case. The rest is no longer stock, which I might make a... I'm actually, it's not a might, it's a definite. I'm going to be making a dedicated review video on this PC, talking about, you know, what it's been through over the years, where it's at now, what the specs are, and how its performance stacks up to current PCs, because I have this and I have that. So it's a perfect field of comparison, comparing a modern-day Ryzen 5 machine to a... 11-year-old Intel machine. I'm not going to give the internals of this away. I'm going to talk more about the guts of this in the dedicated video I make for it, because it deserves it. I never really made too many follow-up videos after the original starter video I made 7 years ago, so I feel like it's due justice, because I've used this computer for so many hours, and so many things have happened to it. I've done so many things to it. I've been through so much with this thing. It would be unfair not to do a dedicated, you know, end cap video to it, because it's been involved so much with the history of this channel, because so many of my videos have been uploaded from it and edited on it. So there's 2 shelves on the left side. As far as sound wise, I've actually converted one of my modular boom boxes into my PC sound system. So I'm using the line in on the head unit and running it to the PC, and I've taken each speaker off. Each speaker has a really decent loom of wire on it, so it's amazing how much you can separate them. So I've put the speakers on each side of my monitor, and the speakers just look really awesome. They're vintage 1986 speakers. They're big, they sound great, they look great. Made in Japan, Sanyo. I might make a dedicated video on this boombox. I still plan on making more boombox videos, just haven't had the time or energy to do so. But I'm running this as the head unit. It sounds great. So as far as the monitor, the 819 machine being an older computer, I didn't want to pair it with a super powerful monitor, because it's an 11-year-old computer, and it's just not going to be able to utilize that. I wanted to give it a monitor that would give it a fighting chance, and that would be sort of time period correct. The 819 machine was made in 2010, and this monitor was made around the same time, maybe a year earlier. So the monitor I'm using is an HP 2009M flat screen LCD monitor. It actually does have built-in speakers, but I'm not running them because they're kind of small and weak. That's why I have the sound system there. So it's an HD monitor, but it's not 1080p and it's not 720p. It's a 900p monitor. So it's 1600 by 900 resolution, which is a pretty decent resolution. It's not great, but it's better than 720, but it's not quite as good as 1080. It's just a little bit under 1080 as far as resolution-wise. And it's a 60 hertz refresh rate. So for an 11-year-old computer, it pairs up perfectly. And to be honest with you, of all the games I've tried so far, I've been able to max out and get 60 plus FPS. I haven't tried a lot of games on here, but I did do that upload of Left 4 Dead 2 playing on this, and it was maxed out at 1600 by 900. All the settings were completely maxed out. And I've been able to play CSGO, Counter-Strike Go maxed out, Killing Floor, which isn't a very demanding game, so that doesn't really count. And Left 4 Dead 2 isn't necessarily super demanding either, so I plan on getting some more demanding games that will still run on this old hardware, because it's kind of hard to find games that'll run on this, but as a little workstation and a little browsing PC, it does a great job, and as a, a really light gaming PC, I've been playing Counter-Strike on it and been doing really well, so it works out good for me. And I do plan on upgrading stuff on this desk in the future, and I might actually end up moving my full power, GTX 1080 AMD Ryzen 5 system to this desk and get a better monitor. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing, but I do kind of like having a PC hooked up to the TV, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. But yeah, I'll at least show off the monitor a little bit and the speakers. I'm going to go to the best YouTube channel of all time to do so. Let's see. What would be good? Here we go. So I'm going to just keep putting out videos, even though the quality of the camera work might be a little bit shoddy, but I'm going to do my best here to keep everything stable as I can with just my hand. Here, obviously, to tune in your channels. Just has AM and FM, no shortwave bands or no weather band or anything like that, just AM, FM. Obviously. I wouldn't say super soft eject, but it's definitely not, flying open. So, pretty decent tape doors on these. Obviously, you can see the play. You can rewind. Okay, so the keyboard and mouse I'm using, once again, very basic. The keyboard is an HP K1500. It is literally the cheapest name brand keyboard I could find on eBay at the time. It was like $9.89. And the mouse I'm using is an older PS2 mouse. Because my tower is older, it supports PS2. So I am using this older, and it's optical though, it's not a ball mouse. I'm not going that far back, guys. Come on, give me a break. It's a 3-button mouse though, technically speaking. It's got 2 side buttons, and it's got a scroll wheel that also clicks. So it's a good mouse. I've been playing Counter-Strike and Left 4 Dead and stuff with it, and it works really well. But it's just, overall, this is a very cheap setup. You would not have to spend a lot of money to make this setup happen. And so far, I've been able to max out every game I've played on the resolution of this monitor, which is 1600 by 900. And sometimes that's been with capture software running in the background too, and that's with an 11-year-old computer. So, this whole setup has worked out really well, and I plan on doing a few more gameplay videos of this setup before I actually do the review of the 819 machine and do its little end cap send-off video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video from the Airsoft Man 819 channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.